I am Tong Mian. Many people know me by my online name, Squidfish. To the outside world, I am a gifted computer prodigy, a top university postgraduate admitted with exceptional qualifications, a gentle, obedient, and pure girl next door. Raised in a warm and stable family, I grew up protected and well-educated, with a smooth and uncomplicated life. My temperament is clear, sincere, warm, and kind, always holding goodwill toward the world and persistent passion for everything I love. I once thought my life would keep moving steadily forward, studying earnestly and growing peacefully without drastic changes. It was not until I met Han Xiangyan on that rainy night that my plain life was overturned. My youthful crush found its lifelong destination, and my youth was filled with passion, bravery, and wholehearted devotion. Before meeting Han Xiangyan, my life was simple and monotonous. My world consisted only of codes, textbooks, academics, and a small circle of close friends. Proficient in logical operation and programming design, I immerse myself in the world of numbers and algorithms, calm, disciplined, rational, and restrained. I treated others gently and handled things calmly, always sensible and proper, praised by everyone for my excellence, talent, and promising future. Yet only I knew that beneath my seemingly perfect and smooth life lay a trace of emptiness. Accustomed to living rationally, I had never been touched by anyone, never obsessed over anything, never experienced the passion of rushing towards someone with all my heart. I was like mild plain water, clean and stable, lacking a vigorous and sincere love, until Han Xiangyan appeared and filled all the blanks and warmth in my youth. Our first encounter was on a damp, cool, rainy night. Amid the noisy internet cafe with intertwined lights and chaotic voices, he sat quietly in the corner, cold-eyed, stern and aloof, focused and undisturbed by the surrounding bustle. From afar, I fell for him at first sight. I had met countless outstanding and gentle peers, sunny and handsome teenagers, but never someone like him. Without youthful frivolity or worldly compromise, he possessed the steadiness of having experienced vicissitudes, the desolation of hidden regrets, and a temperament both sharp and tender. That single glance settled deeply in my heart and became unforgettable forever. Later I learned his name was Han Xiangyan, a legend in the field of network security competitions, a dream chaser bearing glory and original aspiration, a passionate teenager who once fought for his country, yet carried unfulfilled regrets. Seemingly cold, reticent and distant, wrapped in thick icy armor that kept others at bay, I saw through his aloof appearance the hidden tenderness, sincerity, and stubbornness in his heart. Inept at expression and unwilling to show weakness, he was used to bearing all pressure, grievances, and regrets alone, moving forward silently and pursuing his dreams in solitude, hiding all softness and vulnerability behind a tough, fearless exterior. The world regarded Han Xiangyan as cold, paranoid, and unapproachable, but to me, he was the gentlest, most sincere, and most resolute person alive. He held extreme dedication to his dreams, profound responsibility for his team, unwavering persistence for his passion, and absolute loyalty to his original aspiration. Burdened with youthful regrets, team glory, and the lifelong goal of winning national championships, he stumbled forward through hardships without compromise or retreat. Though seemingly unemotional, his heart was warm, soft, and righteous. It was past betrayals, failures, and setbacks that taught him to close his heart, pretend to be strong, and heal alone. While the world only saw his cold aloofness, I understood beneath his armor lay half a lifetime of sincerity, courage, and undying passion. My crush on Han Xiangyan was never superficial infatuation on impulse. It began with amazement at first sight, deepened through admiration for his character, and lasted through loyalty to his original dream. The initial heartbeat was the thrilling fall on that rainy night, the shock brought by his lonely and resolute figure. The subsequent deep love was wholehearted preference after thorough understanding, unwavering devotion after witnessing his toughness and vulnerability, tenderness and paranoia, glory and regrets. I loved his concentration and determination in pursuing dreams, his steadfast responsibility in protecting his team, his delicate tenderness in silence, and his undimmed sincerity after experiencing worldly ups and downs. I loved the extreme contrast between his cold exterior and burning heart. Many people thought I was pursuing him unilaterally with passionate enthusiasm, but only I knew this love was never a one-man show. It was my brave rush forward and his gradual acceptance, my sincere preference and his quiet response, my active devotion and silent sinking affection. Young and ignorant, pure and passionate, I knew nothing of weighing interests, calculating gains and losses, or worldly compatibility. To like someone was to be open and fearless. To love someone was to tenderly pursue, firmly guard, and accompany forever. I never thought active love was humble or sincere preference cheap. Wholehearted devotion and brave passion have always been the purest, most precious and touching appearance of youth. I clearly knew the huge gaps and countless obstacles between us when we first met. I was an inexperienced, pure and smooth-sailing student, living a life full of tenderness and ease without storms or frustrations. He was a weathered, sophisticated dream chaser burdened with past regrets, having seen worldly fickleness, endured cruel competitions, and carried endless pressure. Far more mature, transparent, and forbearing than me, he had experienced darkness and hardships I could never imagine. That was why he felt inferior, timid, repeatedly flinched, and deliberately pushed me away. He thought his life full of storms, past scars, and paranoia would ruin my pure, smooth, and promising future. He restrained his affection time and again, pushed me away ruthlessly with cold words and deliberate estrangement, forcing me to retreat and giving up. Duplicitous and forbearing, he cared deeply, yet pretended indifference. He thought letting go was fulfillment, pushing away was protection, and estrangement was tenderness, believing that sending me back to a stable and smooth life was the best protection for me. Yet he never understood that true protection is never solitary escape and forced separation, but walking side by side, healing mutually, and persisting together. I feared neither his past nor his paranoia, neither future storms nor worldly gossip. My only fear was that he would bear everything alone, stay lonely forever, remain closed off and never learn to love and be loved properly. I never retreated because of his coldness, gave up because of his estrangement, or wavered because of his rejection. My love was gentle yet powerful, pure yet persistent, sincere yet principled. I never pestered, disturbed, or humbled myself. Instead, I melted his coldness with tenderness, healed his loneliness with sincerity, soothed his unease with determination, and accepted his past with purity day after day. I accompanied him patiently, waited for him gently, and guarded him firmly, gradually walking into his long-closed heart, removing his thick layers of armor and warming his lonely soul. I understood all his duplicity, forbearance, and clumsy tenderness. Though refusing coldly in words, he silently remembered my preferences, noticed my emotions, and accommodated my habits. Though estranged and indifferent on the surface, he panicked when I was sad, felt distressed when I was wronged, and always stayed by my side when I needed company. Though pretending to be nonchalant, he tossed and turned for my loss, softened at my joy, and brightened up at my appearance. Inept at romance and sweet words, his love resided entirely in details, actions, and long years. Clumsy yet sincere, steady yet everlasting, I end this relationship. I never relied blindly or consumed myself in futile pursuit. I was not only an infatuated lover, but also a comrade fighting alongside him, not only a wholehearted admirer, but also a solid supporter. Endowed with professional talent and clear judgment, I devoted myself to programming and research day and night when his team encountered technical bottlenecks and training difficulties. I used my professional expertise to pave the way for his dreams, assist his team, and support his passion. I refused to be a vine clinging to him, striving instead to grow into a tree standing equally beside him, fighting with him, guarding his dreams, and growing together on his journey of pursuit. Love never delayed my growth or academic progress, but made me more sober, disciplined, determined, and outstanding. Before meeting him, I strove for excellence to live up to myself, my parents, and my talents. After meeting him, I advanced steadily to catch up with his pace, match his passion, and head toward the same future. I continued to delve into my major, polish my programming skills, break through personal limits, and shine brightly in my own field. The best love never drags each other down, but encourages mutual progress and fulfillment. He chases his arena glory, while I pursue my academic peak. We excel independently, illuminate each other, and meet at the summit for lifelong companionship. I also gradually shed my childishness, gain transparency, and learn to grow through this relationship. Once naive and inexperienced, ignorant of worldly complexity and life hardships, I learned from Han Shangyan the weight of dreams, the meaning of persistence, and the warmth of passion. I understood that adult life has no easy success. Behind all glory lie countless days and nights of forbearance, perseverance, loneliness, and struggle. I learned to understand, tolerate, sympathize, and persist. I grew from an ignorant girl into a gentle, determined, independent, and responsible youth, capable of loving tenderly and cherishing myself firmly, of devoting wholeheartedly and maintaining self-possession calmly. I have witnessed Han Shangyan's most embarrassed, vulnerable, and confused moments, his silent nights haunted by past regrets, his exhaustion under career pressure, his self-doubt trapped by old entanglements, and all his hidden fragility beneath his tough exterior. The world admires his glory, envies his talent, and looks up to his achievements, yet no one pities his hardships, understands his persistence, or tolerates his paranoia. Only I have seen all his unknown weariness and sorrow, comprehended his unshared loneliness and regrets, and still loved him wholeheartedly, unwaveringly, and fearlessly. I love his radiant glory, and even more the scars behind it. I love his sharp brilliance, and even more the sincerity beneath it. Along the way, we experienced constant tension, misunderstandings, estrangement, hesitation, and all hardships on the road of love. Family concerns, worldly gaps, past entanglements, and personality frictions created barriers between us time and again. Yet we never truly let go of each other or abandon this relationship. My gentle determination healed his lifelong coldness. His steady perseverance enriched my youthful years. I allowed him to let go of past regrets, accept his imperfections, and embrace tenderness and preference. He taught me to uphold original aspirations, love bravely, and live up to sincerity and youth. Han Shangyan's love is the steadiest, most sincere, and most lasting preference of adulthood. Incapable of sweet words, deliberate flattery, or romantic routines, he gives all his tenderness, preference, and resolve exclusively to me. Gradually letting go of all defenses, coldness, and estrangement, he learns to treat others tenderly, express sincerely, and love properly. He breaks his principles for me, compromises his bottom line for me, and stands firmly by my side to protect me and grant me peace when the world doubts and disapproves. His love is silent, profound, tender, and enduring, without exaggerated drama, only lifelong stability and companionship. Many people say my gentleness, purity, and kindness are what melted the iceberg and healed the lonely heart. Yet I have always believed it was mutual salvation and mutual fulfillment. My passion and purity filled the darkness in his life. His maturity and steadiness guarded my innocence and tenderness. I showed him mortal warmth and gentle fireworks. He showed me dream passion and persistent faith. Utterly different in life trajectory, growth experience, and personality, we gradually adjusted, fit, and merged through sincere love, becoming the most suitable, devoted, and inseparable people for each other. I have always believed that good love inspires bravery, growth, fulfillment, and self-improvement. After meeting Han Shangyan, I became gentler yet more powerful, pure yet more principled, sincere yet more resolute. No longer timid, confused, or anxious, I gained the confidence to love, the courage to persist, and the motivation to move forward. Still gentle, kind, passionate, and pure, I matured into a transparent, self-possessed, and calm version of myself. From first-sight crush and secret admiration to brave devotion, mutual healing, deep love, and lifelong companionship, we overcame all youthful tension, resolved all misunderstandings, crossed all worldly barriers, and endured all worldly disturbances. I grew from an ignorant girl to a tender and determined lover. He transformed from a lonely, cold youth to a gentle and devoted partner. Shedding childishness and settling into tenderness, we turned a rainy night crush into a lifelong peaceful fulfillment. I am Tong Nian, also known as Squidfish, a dream chaser passionate about codes and faithful to original aspirations, and also the lucky one wholeheartedly favored, gently guarded and lifelong accompanied by Han Xiangyan. My youth has no hasty ending, no lingering regrets, no unfulfilled results, only sincere passion, mutual devotion, joint achievement, and lifelong companionship. I have never regretted bravely pursuing love, never lamented wholeheartedly dedicating my future, and never failed to cherish the one I healed tenderly. The best love begins with heartbeat, deepens with character, endures with companionship, and settles for a lifetime. It means you come through all storms and I greet you with full tenderness. It means my youthful sincere devotion wins your lifelong resolute companionship. It means we excel independently, support each other, heal mutually, and walk hand in hand until the end of life. For the rest of my days, I will remain sincere, warm, brave, and loving, walking side by side with Han Xiangyan, guarding his dreams, accompanying his years, and staying true to our love. In the name of passion and witnessed by lifelong time, we will never abandon each other through seasons and years, cherishing deep affection and embracing promising future.